In this video, we're going to show you how to paint plastic trim and make it look like new again. Let's get to it. First, you need to grab your stuff. You'll need special masking tape for curves and regular masking tape for straight lines. To cover the adjacent areas, we recommend using pre-taped painter's plastic. To make sure we have a nice edge, we use a plastic razor blade scraper to push the tape in place if necessary. To remove the old paint and prep the surface, you'll need sandpaper and scuff pads for a smooth finish. Before painting, you need to degrease the surface with isopropanol. It's best to use a microfiber towel so the surface you're going to paint isn't covered in fibers, ruining your paint. And finally, you'll need special plastic paint, preferably paint and primer in one. Saves a lot of work. You can find all the links to the products in the description below. Let's get to it. First, you want to tape off the edges of the plastic part you want to paint. Use the curved painter's tape for smoother edges around curves and hold the roll of tape as close to the edge as possible with one hand and use your other hand to press the tape in place. This makes it easier to follow the edge in one go. Don't worry about the edges being perfectly flat at this point. When you're done, push the tape back with the plastic razor blade scraper so the tape follows the edges perfectly and is pressed into place, creating a smooth, straight edge. And then just tape off the straight lines with regular painter's tape and you're ready for sanding. Don't tape off everything with plastic yet, because the dust from sanding will otherwise stick to the plastic and fall in your wet paint afterwards. At this point, you just need to protect the bodywork with tape before sanding to avoid scratching the paint with sandpaper. While sanding, make sure you remove all previous paint. The difference between the spots with and without old paint underneath will otherwise show through the new paint. And when you're done evening everything out, finish it off with the scuff pads to remove the biggest scratches from sanding and smoothen the surface. Remember, if you can feel it with your bare hand, you'll definitely be able to see it through the paint. When you're done sanding, it's time to cover everything in painter's plastic to avoid getting overspray on parts that you don't want to paint. The tape sticks best to the bodywork itself, so we're going to stick it just above our existing tape. Then open the folded plastic and stick it to the bodywork with some painter's tape so the plastic doesn't fall into the paint. Put some tape over any remaining visible bodywork and you're done. To protect the wheels and tires, just cut open a trash bag on one side, fold it over and around the tire, and tuck it firmly underneath. Now, the last thing to do before painting is to degrease the surface. Grab your microfiber towel and pour some isopropanol on it. Make sure everything is degreased, otherwise the paint won't stick. When spray painting, you should maintain a distance of 8 to 12 inches and move in smooth back and forth motion so everything gets an even coat. The first coat should be thin and does not need to fully conceal the surface. It's used as a base for the rest of the coats to attach to, so don't worry if the old color still shines through. Follow the manufacturer's instructions for the correct time between coats. The next coats will cover the plastic perfectly, but be patient and work in multiple thin layers. Don't apply just one or two thick coats. You don't want to risk the paint to start running or dripping and ruin the result. Remember, you can always apply an extra coat, but if the paint starts running, you have to start all over again. Now take a look at that difference. With some simple tools, we managed to transform this old, terrible looking fender to one that looks brand new. And now you can too. The last thing to do now while the paint is not hardened yet is to take off the tape. If you wait till the paint is dry, the edges might flake off, and you don't want that to happen. That's all there is to it. Thanks for watching. If you liked our video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and share. It helps out the channel a lot. And don't forget to hit that bell button so you don't miss any of our uploads. More videos are on the way, so we'll see you on the next one.